Water, yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, we'll be in just a minute here.
Hello. Hi. How are you? Could be better? I'm Tony. Hi, Samantha. You met Stephanie already?
Yeah.
All right. So obviously we're both investigators with the sheriff's office. I just powered off my phone so I don't get interrupted here. I kind of came into this late. We're just trying to get the who's why's, what's, where's, when's, and how's.
Right.
You know, that's kind of the basic deal.
I guess me too.
I'm sorry.
I said, I guess I am too.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail about what we know right away anyway. But what's your full name?
Samantha Jo LEUTHARD. It's LEUTHARD.
What's your date of birth?
7/13/85.
Where are you from, Samantha?
Minnesota, Twin Cities.
You been staying over here?
No, I just came into town to drop this car off at storage today.
Okay. You have a phone?
I do. It was on the charger in the truck.
Okay, what's the phone number?
952-303-1122.
Have you ever been arrested?
I have been.
You haven't?
Yeah.
Okay. So because you're in custody, we have to read you what's called a Miranda warning, Statement of Constitutional Rights. Have you read those before?
Yes.
You understand them?
Yes.
Okay. You know the case number? Or no? That's fine. Who's the guy you were with?
My boyfriend.
Your boyfriend, what's his name?
Jake.
Last name?
McFeeders.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. LEUTHARD.
Correct.
And it's pronounced LEUTHARD? Okay.
This is just a formality, but for us to continue, we have to do it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so before you ask, any questions are asked of you, you have to understand your rights. You've stated already that you read and write English, right? And you understand, you've heard it before.
Yes.
Okay, so you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before questioning and to have a lawyer present during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at public expense before or during questioning if you wish. And if you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop and remain silent at any time you wish. You understand all those?
Yes.
Okay, so the last one basically means that you can answer whatever questions you want and tell us to fuck off on the other ones if you want to do that. That's kind of what it means.
Okay.
So, all right, with that in mind, you want to continue our conversation?
Yes.
Okay. You can sign, just sign right there.
Sorry.
That's all right. So, can you kind of just, because I'm new to this case, I don't know a ton about it, and what's going on, but can you kind of just walk me through your day? Can you just kind of start, like, what time did you get up this morning, or?
I was with, so I woke up in the car when he had gotten it in the ditch, so I'm a little discombobulated with everything today, but it was really early when we left Minnesota.
Okay, so he put the car in the ditch in Minnesota?
Yes, his car has been in Minnesota, in Richfield, where his dad used to live.
Who's dad?
Jake's. His dad passed away, and we've been cleaning out all of his
What
property.
was his dad's name?
Dan.
Dan McPeters? Okay.
It's been a shit show. We were finally getting down to the last of it. He had a place to bring the car, he told me, and his license was suspended, mine isn't, so he wanted me to drive him. I got too scared because I wasn't that good of a driver with the trailer and everything, so I asked him to drive, and I fell asleep in the truck, and I woke up, and we were in the ditch, and we were in Wisconsin, and it took us like an hour with the help of a couple neighbors around and stuff.
Where was that
out.
at? Like,
Just around the corner from what I thought was a storage unit, but we pulled into somebody's house, it looked like to me.
Is that where you guys got stopped, or?
Just outside of the house, like, we got there, I thought we were at the storage place. It looked like a normal driveway to a house, maybe a bigger property. We pulled up to the house, and he said, "You don't have to come in. I'm just gonna go let him know I'm dropping the trailer." And I said, "Okay, I'll just wait here." And he went inside, he was inside for a few minutes, and he came out with a shit show attitude and didn't say anything but, this is bullshit, we gotta call Dad.
Who's Dad?
Dad was his buddy that brought the truck down with Eric, I think. Eric, I don't know if that's really his name.
Eric Schweitzer?
That's what the officer said when we got out of the truck, but I don't.
He's kind of a short, stocky guy. Beard.
Yeah, he had a belt buckle that said it, yeah. I've seen him around, for a little bit of time now with Jake's dad before he passed, and then with Jake.
Well, Jake's dad must not have been too old, huh?
No.
When did he die?
Yeah, about almost 2 years ago now.
Okay.
Right before we started dating, he passed away, and he overdosed. So, I think it was opiates.
Opioids.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think that was the case.
It was sad.
Yeah, it really was. But it kind of scared Jake, which I thought was really good. He had gotten in some trouble, and he got into mental health court, and I thought things were starting to go better. But I feel that there's a lot going on that I don't know about.
How extensive is your criminal record? What have you been arrested for in the past?
I graduated Hennepin County Drug Court about 2.5 years ago, right before I started dating Jake.
And then you started using again?
I didn't start using until probably about 6 months ago.
How much are you using now?
Yes, if you would call it socially using, but I'm back to smoking weed every day.
What about meth?
When it's around, I've done it a few times. I've been drinking more, I think, than there's probably even like a little bottle in my purse. But,
Okay. Well, weed's your drug of choice? Or booze?
Weed. I'm a puker.
And then meth when it's around. Are you banging meth or are you smoking it?
I'm terrified of needles, thank God.
Alright, so let's walk back through Eric Schweitzer. So is that his trailer then, or?
I thought that the truck and trailer was his, but the officer said that this stuff wasn't, I don't know, he wasn't registering back, or one didn't match the other number or something.
How long have you had that truck and trailer?
I think Jake got it dropped off. It's Monday.
Somebody dropped it off Monday?
Yeah, it was Dan and, I think it was Dan and Eric.
Who's Dan?
He's a little skinny dude that was always with Eric. Like shorter, skinny country dude. I don't know.
Is it Dan Shelby?
I asked him the last name.
Oh, Danny Clover. Does that sound familiar?
That kind of does.
Okay.
He's probably his dad's age. I mean, probably in his 50s. I don't know.
Does he carry a gun?
I didn't see it.
Never
I've
saw
never
it.
seen one.
We'll try to show you a picture of him in a minute and see if that's him. So they brought it to where in Minnesota?
To Richfield.
And they dropped it, they just dropped it off?
They dropped it, well, Jake's a mechanic, so I mean, like, people kind of know, like, his dad's property is where he works on, well, it's not his dad's property. Where his dad lived is where he works on stuff, so people would drop cars off in front of it, and he'll leave cars that he's done with there, and people pick them up. Kind of how he's been making his money since he lost his lawn service job, is side mechanic work.
Who are his contacts up here, Jake's, besides Dan and Eric?
Wayne and Dwayne, they're twins.
How's he know them?
From his dad. That's where I always saw him. With his dad.
Dwayne's from Middletown, he's got that lump on his face, and then Dwayne's the...
They're twins.
Yeah.
I guess I never noticed a lump, but...
Oh, yeah, he maybe had it taken off. Dwayne and Wayne.
They're pretty thin. Wayne is a really nice guy. Dwayne I don't seem to like as much, but...
Okay. Both use meth?
I think though, I know that Wayne does, but I don't know.
When's the last time you were at Wayne's house?
I've never been to either one of their house. They come down to the cities. I haven't been to Wisconsin.
Okay, so they come there and then do you see them smoked up over there, or how do you
I mean, when his dad was around is when I smoked with them, you know.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't recently, and I haven't seen him too much recently, so I feel like I just don't know. I feel like I'm like in the dark more than you guys, and it's kind of frustrating.
Well, how much of the stuff that's in the vehicle, whose is all that stuff?
It was trash when we got it, but we did throw a bunch of his clean clothes and his new pants and stuff in there, so I mean, he had a lot of clothes.
What about like tools and that kind of stuff?
He had put some tools in there because, I mean, we weren't too sure the truck was, I don't know, he's a mechanic, so.
How much marijuana do you think was in the truck?
Oh, I didn't have very much. I mean,
Those small baggies with yours, probably about 4 or 5 grams?
maybe a total.
One
and
decent bud and then some small ones?
Yeah, it went inside of a clear plastic.
Are you slinging it or just smoking it?
No, I just smoked it.
Okay, I mean, there wasn't much in there, but.
Yeah.
So the pipes in there are yours too?
Yep.
Alright. How much meth do you think was in the truck? How much methamphetamine do you think was in the truck?
Unless Jake had a bag that he didn't tell me about, I didn't think there was any in there.
You see any meth paraphernalia? Like hot rail or bubbles or?
Yeah, there was a couple, like hot rail apparatuses that I seen in there for sure. At least I assume that's what they were. I haven't seen any bubble. I mean, Jake and I didn't really smoke. We do hot rails when we did, so.
Okay. There's a rail piece.
Okay.
And then some dope. And then, so you think that was probably Jake's? You didn't get high with him in the recent past?
Not since we left.
This morning?
Yeah, not since we left Minnesota.
Okay.
But
And
I mean,
he
he knows that. I said before we left, I said, if I'm driving, make sure that, there's nothing all I have in my pot. And I thought that I took it out of my purse, but.
How much, he used to this morning then?
Yeah. Jake?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know who his plug is? Or do you want to say who his plug is? That'd be a better way to ask.
You know, I guess I don't know what to say right this second.
Okay. Well, you can think on that if you want. And I'm just going to explain just full disclosure. So there's a significant amount of methamphetamine in the vehicle. Okay.
What does that mean?
That means there's 65 grams in there. That's a lot of meth. Okay. And so my view, and it's up to you, but is I think you're going to want to be a witness rather than a target. Okay. So I'm not going to.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of dope. Okay. And it's obviously coming here somewhere, and my hunch is it was going to Wayne Gardner.
Isn't that what the guy's storage name was?
I don't know.
It's
That's a different Wayne.
Oh,
Wayne's one of the twins.
yes. Okay.
That's where I'm guessing the dope was going to.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Because he is fucking blowing up Jake's phone like there's no tomorrow.
I bet.
So I'm guessing he's getting dope or looking for it, right?
I had talked to him. I had called him when we were stuck in the ditch because he had tried to call Jake, and Jake was like, "Fuck you." He was just pissed off, and he answered it, and he said, "Oh, why Sam? Where are you guys?" And I said, "Dude, we're in Wisconsin. We're stuck in the ditch right now." And he was like, "What do you mean you're in Wisconsin?" He said, "I thought I was going to be seeing you guys." He works in the city, so he must have been thinking he was meeting up with him there, but.
Okay. Do you know
Oh my God.
Do you know how often that Wayne or Dwayne link up with Jake?
Every week.
Every week. Do you know how much they're usually getting?
No, because I know that I had gotten some pot from him a couple times, so I thought he was bringing me weed. Jake's in mental health court right now because he was getting in trouble and he's supposed to be done with this shit.
We're gonna get you out of the handcuffs here. We don't need to have you in them. So, do you want to say who the plug is or no?
How much of I just see this is all so I don't understand. I mean, I can do that, but I don't want to get shot by somebody or something. Like, I don't know.
You got a little Kleenex in here. There you go.
Doesn't everybody always know?
Well, do I think I know? I think I know.
No, don't they know who tells and stuff then? I have my baby and I don't want to get anybody mad at me like that.
Well, don't tell us. I think I already know anyway. You know what I mean? And I think Jake's gonna cooperate. I think he has to with his criminal record. I don't think he has much choice. But so let me ask you this: when cash in the vehicle, do you think there's any cash in the vehicle?
I know that Jake had just yesterday, like 2 days in a row, he got paid for working from one on the Audi that he finished, and then Tom gave him some money for working a couple days with him scrapping, but I don't think there was anything in the vehicle. It was on him, I thought.
Who's Tom?
Tom Haley is his last name. He's just a friend of Jake's family.
Scrapper.
Yeah, Scrapper Tom.
Where's he from?
Bloomington.
Okay.
It's like where my mom's family was, so it's Bloomington.
So can you think of any legitimate reason why there'd be? So you're talking like $300 or $400?
Well, no, I know he got paid $1,500 for the Audi. He put in a new motor.
Okay.
And then probably a couple $100 for the scrapping.
Okay.
But I do know that Alan and the fuck is his girlfriend's name? Miss Piggy. That's what I call her.
Who's Alan? What's his last name?
Alan Chapman is Jake's best friend. He started dating his nasty Miss Piglet chick. Anyways, that's what I call her. I can't think of her name right now. She brought her son's car for Jake to switch out the motor.
Okay.
And he's had it for like a month and a half. He finally got it done this last weekend, and he's not paying it.
So there'd be no reason for there to be a significant amount of cash in the vehicle that you know of? And is there
And
any,
if that's not significant, then no.
I mean significant, like, say, like
Not
10 grand?
Oh my God, no.
Okay. So there wouldn't be that kind of cash in there?
No.
Not for any legitimate reason?
I don't know why there would be that much cash around him.
Okay, fair enough. So let's change gears a little bit. Let's go back to Wayne, the guy where you guys got arrested up by his place. How do you guys know that guy?
I don't know him. I've never even seen him, never met him. I didn't know his name was Wayne. I thought they were talking about the guy that died, the twin.
Okay.
That's why I thought they were talking about it. The lady that was at, the lady cop that was sitting in the car with me told me that that's the storage guy.
So the purpose of today's trip was Jake had this car that he got from his father? Or is that where it came from?
It's been parked at his dad's.
Do you know
I don't know
what
who got, I don't know. I honestly think, excuse me, I think that he bought that from the guy with the buckle, Eric.
He bought the car from Eric?
Yeah, I think he bought it. I mean, it was almost right when we first started dating. Probably like when I graduated, like 2 years ago now. But he's had it, and it hasn't been running. And he moved it from here and moved it from there, and we were finally going to put it in storage. Him and I have been looking for a place outside of the city so that we could get away from everything, and he was trying to get everything put away.
Okay, so so then he finds this Wayne guy, and you don't know how he knows him?
I know.
And Wayne says he can put
I
it
heard him say to the cop that it was the uncle of somebody.
Okay.
Like I don't know how he said it, but he said like my friend's girlfriend's uncle. Yes, I think that's what he said to the cop. But I thought it was a storage unit. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even know we were there when we pulled it in this driveway, and he was like, "Why don't you go put it over there?" And run in and tell him, and I'm like, "Put it where?" Like we were at somebody's house, it seemed. So I was misunderstood.
Have you ever cooperated with law enforcement in the past, like doing that guy's an informant or anything like that?
I've never. I told the cop before I ended up in drug court that I would have, but he ended up getting that taken care of, and I completed my program, so we didn't have to see each other.
Okay.
Which I was thankful for, because I just, drug court was something else, I'll tell you that. They want to know the color of the inside of your butt, I swear, but they make shit okay again.
But if you fall out right away, it doesn't do any good, you know what I mean? If you've done that, we probably couldn't get you drug court here, but I suppose it would be possible, but at this point, I mean, you're not convicted of anything, so.
Drug court, oh my God, I'm in another state.
We're kind of light years away from that, you know. Anything about the car, or the dope, the weed, anything that I missed or that we didn't talk about that you can think of? You want anything?
Yeah, Sam, I just want to talk to you a little bit about Wayne's property up there where you guys went. You've never been there before?
No.
Today was the first time?
Yes.
Has Jake mentioned bringing other property up to Wayne's, whether you thought it was Wayne, one of the twins? Yeah. Has he ever talked about bringing stuff up otherwise?
Just in the car on the way here when we were sitting next to each other, he said they've been fucking me, and I said, what are you talking about? And he said, they had me bring it up here, this shit is stolen. And I said, what is stolen? And he said, everything, and he just started crying.
And that was when you guys were on your way up?
No, on our way to here.
Oh, on the way here? Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure he's made a couple trips.
Okay.
He has a lot of vehicles.
Okay.
He always thought he's broken once he put them together. So.
Okay. So who, have you ever seen any trailers or anything that Jake has had?
Like the one the car's on?
Yep. Any other trailers? Anything that he's ever towed around that you've noticed?
I mean, he's had a lot of them. Because, I mean, like, I I mean, he's at a dump trailer. He's at a dump trailer, I know.
Okay.
I don't think he has that anymore. I don't know where it went though. And Miranda has had a...
Kind of real quick. Have you ever seen that bag before?
Cotton swabs?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I mean, you buy those at
Have you seen it in the truck?
it could be. You buy those at Harbor Freight
Okay.
or something.
Is it Jake bag or no?
No.
Okay.
Or I don't
But you
think so.
You haven't seen this in the truck?
No.
Okay.
I mean, like, we buy them, so I mean, it could be, I don't know.
Okay. Good.
Oh, God.
Let's just breathe, Sam. Just breathe.
I know he's fucking garbage, so I don't forget to do it. If he's banging, like, what the fuck is he?
You think he's into more than you know about?
He's gotta be.
Okay.
I don't understand. I told him dumbass he can't get in trouble like this. I told him a long time ago when I knew that he was fucking gonna get in trouble and he got taken into mental health court. I said, you've gotta stop her. I gotta go.
So what is he in mental health court for?
The 5th degrees. I don't know if that's the same.
Controlled substance or whatever, controlled.
Yes.
Okay. And so they've got him, instead of a drug court, they've got him in a mental health court, because I assume he's got a dual substance abuse and mental health disorder?
No, that would be drug court. That's what I had to go. But his is he's got a really bad TBI.
Oh,
He was in a bad motorcycle accident,
okay,
and yeah, he almost didn't make it.
okay.
He doesn't have very good memory. His memory is really, really messed up because of it.
Okay, okay.
They have really great people in the program there. It's Hennepin County. And they were just trying to fucking see what the real problems were. They knew that he had lost his dad recently, and they knew that during stress, TBIs can, like, show themselves or something. So, like, a lot of the frustration that he was feeling and the confusion and then the forgetfulness, like, he didn't know what was going on because the accident only 4 or 5 years ago now.
Okay.
So, I mean, they're just getting to the diagnosing what actually happened. Just the right thing to do, I thought. So it was just good justice.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So, you guys get up to Wayne's, and he comes out and he's pissed off.
He didn't even say anything except fuck. They fucked me. They fucked me. And I was like, what? And I turned and I looked and there was a car behind us. And he was like trying to back out of there, like, and I'm like, what do you do? You're gonna, and he said, just stop. And I just shut up because he has some anger issues to make him mad. And
Sure. And that car that was behind you then at that time, was that was that the lady police officer, or?
no, there was no officer.
There wasn't, okay, so there was just a car. Oh, okay.
And I was like, I thought there was a lady in it, you know, and I'm like,
Okay.
why? I just choke around him because our fights have gotten pretty bad in the past. So I mean, like, I didn't know what was going on. And before I knew it, there was a cop in front of us, and we had to stop. We didn't get but maybe 3 blocks away from his house. So I don't exactly know. I don't know what he said. I don't know what the person said, if they said anything. The officer said, what did he say on the phone? And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I had Jake's phone in my hand because he told me to Google, or pull up his Google Maps so that he could get it to an address or something. And as soon as I typed it in, I looked up and there was a cop with a cherries right in front of us. And I was like, what the fuck? He almost hit him because he couldn't slam on his brakes fast enough. And I don't know, I just knew it was going all wrong, man. He he didn't look right. He started to turn pale and he gets blotchy.
Okay.
Jake?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, do you have a passcode on your phone?
No.
It's not protected?
No. I don't like him.
On Jake's phone, does he have a passcode?
Yes.
You know it?
Yeah.
What is it?
4288.
4288. So this Wayne, that twin that keeps calling the phone, it says RN Wayne.
I asked Jake that too.
Yeah.
I said, what is that? Because there's initials next to Dwayne and Wayne, and I don't think that they're both the same.
What does the RN stand for? No
I
idea.
have no idea. I said, he's not a nurse, is he? Because I mean, like, that's what I was thinking, and
Right.
he was like, no. I mean, I mean, the way that we have been arguing so much lately, and the way that I feel like I'm only getting half of the fucking story, it's just...
Who was your contact in law enforcement in the Metro? Do you remember his name?
Heinzman?
Who was it?
Heinzman?
What agency?
He worked in Bloomington. I think he was the head of the Southwest.
Southwest Drug Task Force?
Yeah.
You have anything else?
Yeah, just real quick, when you guys were coming up here, you said said something about they fucked us.
On the way here when we were in cuffs, that's what he said. And I said, what are you talking about? He said, everything was stolen. That's exactly what he said.
Okay. Do you know when he says they, do you know who he's talking about?
I thought it was Dan and Eric that helped him get the storage, so that's just kind of what I assumed.
Okay.
But, I mean, being that I just talked to Wayne, maybe it was him. I mean, I don't know for sure. But
if we need to talk to you again, is that okay? We can come back and grab you if we need to.
Yes.
Alright. Do you smoke?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be at Thanksgiving dinner with my son. Is there any way to get that call? Just so I can...
You can call.
Okay.
But you'll have to stay here until...
No, I know what that is. I don't even know how I get out of here, but I just want my kid's dad to know that I didn't just bail.
Well, if it's any consolation, other than the weed and the paraphernalia, you can tell them that you're being charged as party to a crime. So, I mean, that distances you a little bit from what's going on here, but not a ton. So
I didn't understand what you just said.
Party to a crime, it means that you're with somebody or in an assisting role with somebody else who's committing a criminal act and vice versa. So that's how you guys will be charged. So that does distance you. It does distance you a little bit from culpability, but at the end of the day, it's pretty much the same thing. So, but if you want to tell your baby daddy that, I mean, that's not a lie. So
I can tell him whatever, but I still don't understand what that meant. What is it?
So, the methamphetamine that's located in the car?
Yes.
Yes. That, because you and Jake are in the vehicle with that, you're going to be charged with party to a crime of possession of methamphetamine. So that's what that party to a crime means.
So it basically means that we have probable cause to believe that you guys are doing it together, not just one person. You know what I mean? Part of that is, well, I'm not going to go into it in great detail, but I think you probably can understand why, right? Why we think that you guys are both involved.
He's my boyfriend.
Well, and you admitted use together this morning, and so. But we'll work with you for sure. I mean, there's no question about that. I mean, you named a couple of really good targets. I don't know if you'd be interested in helping us out in the future, but I certainly would love to if that's a possibility. So.
I'll do whatever that is to do. I can't do this shit again.
Okay. Do you have time for a smoke or no?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go burn one.
Be a little chilly outside,
get
but
some
we'll get
paper
you.
towel, a little bit right here in your hair, and then there you go.
Oh, great, that's great.
Want to grab a couple for outside?
Please.
I'm gonna go grab some towels.
We'll wait for you.
I got your tax bill. All I have is a memo.
She's done working in the vehicle. Oh, you already secured that? We can throw it in my office, cause, well, yeah, you're grooming her, well, we're gonna deal with it tomorrow.
Bear with you, okay?